Hello. Hello to the internet. There are people here. It's just Paul and Sean. What up, boys? Mr. McGill sitting in his fancy new house, surrounded by boxes. Gotta get all that stuff out of the boxes now. Get that shop set up, yo. Get that lathe spinning. Head over to Lee Valley, get some new stuff. Because you probably had to sell some stuff that you were going to replace. Right? Right? Isn't that like half the point of moving? Is to be able to sell stuff to replace it with better stuff when you get to your new place? You need a new bandsaw blade? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Try to finish a collapsible router table tomorrow. Yeah, there you go. The one that you're flipping up from the wall, right? Did you find those little leg bracket bits that I was talking about? Matt's here too. And a new table saw. Hey, see, now we're talking. Now we're talking. New bandsaw blade and a new table saw. For your new garage. For your new shop. So you can do all the segmented turning that I don't want to do. Anytime anybody asks me for a segmented turning, it doesn't happen very often. But if that ever happens, I'm going to be like, I know a guy just down there. Gretchen's here. You did find the little leg bracket things. Okay, good. Are they going to work? I hope they're going to work. Pakuk is here as well. Two of them, and the collapsible supports will hold 300 pounds each. Plus sold old rubber table 5 minutes after I listed it. You should have charged more. If you sold it that quickly, you weren't charging enough. Now, get it out. Burrito. What? I also want a burrito. Are you having burritos? Tim's here as well. Look at that. All the usual suspects. Welcome, welcome. Just got back from Woodcraft. Bought a bowl caliper. 15% off. Pull tab excitement. Oh, one of the, like, see how many percentages you get off and you pull the thing? And then, like, 90% of them are, like, 10 or 15. And there's, like, one in the whole stack that's, like, 25. Currently eating a burrito. Well, I don't have any burritos. And I'm not cooking tonight either. Just not feeling like cooking. And I didn't get a pizza. I did eat today, though, already. So that's good. Discovered that my RC cars apparently got packed. Hey! Your little mini cars. You can go out into the bush with Mikey B. You guys can drive your little mini cars and trucks. Oh, gotta change. Only 4.5 minutes in till I remembered to change to the live chat. Eating salad. Chunky blue cheese dress and a Dr. Pepper. There's nothing about that sentence that's good. There's like everything about that sentence. Salad, blue cheese dressing, Dr. Pepper. All of that is just terrible. But you do you. was even covered in glitter. What was covered in glitter? The pull tab thing? The fuck out of here with your glitter pull tabs. Woodcraft? You're murdering fish. Every time you use glitter, you're murdering fish. Salad has some chicken in it. Yeah, but now it's got blue cheese dressing on it, so you just wrecked the chicken too. Be better if the Dr. Pepper wasn't in the salad. Would it? Honestly, I don't know. Explain, how are you murdering fish? When you use glitter, you are part of murdering fish because the glitter goes into the water. It's a micro. It's probably a microplastic, but they're probably plastic. It's really, really bad for the environment. The fact that glitter exists is really, really bad for the planet. Glitter is responsible for 97.4% of all fish deaths. That's just science. Small kids got to have something to play with that's messy. Give them Play-Doh or slime or a hoop and a stick. Ask Tim. Just give him a hoop and a stick. Send him out into the street. Glitter's the herpes of the fashion world. Once you have glitter, you never get it. That's another problem with glitter. Is it clogs up your like washing machine filters and stuff. It goes into everything. It's believable because I went fishing and caught nothing all day. Every time you go fishing and you don't catch anything, it's glitter. Glitter's fault. If it weren't for glitter, you would have a belly full of fish. Finger paint. There you go. Sure. Matches. Matches work. Yeah, sure. Give them some matches. Give them some lighter fluid and just let them go. They can play with a tomato. It's biodegradable. Yeah, and every tomato that you give to a child to play with is one less tomato that gets to get made into soup. And that's a good thing. Hoop rolling, it's lots of fun. There you go. Greetings, internet's degenerate crew. Nah, I think this is like one of the nicest places on the internet. We're a little strange, but when you think about all the places on the internet, like this one's pretty nice. So should I fill up your next box with glitter? I will. I mean, I want to be able to say that I'll do something, but I won't. Today's National Grilled Cheese Day. Hey, I do like a good grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is best if you can. No, that's lies. Grilled cheese, tomato soup is the wrong answer. It's a perfect way to ruin a grilled cheese sandwich. Is Coke helping the toothache? Toothache comes and goes. I don't think it's, no, I don't think it. Could be the cause of the toothache. But how you doing, Marv? Masters Week. If you think we're strange, take a trip to Walmart. Yeah, or go most other places on the internet. I haven't looked, who is leading the Masters after day 3? I was working all day, so I didn't get to check the leaderboard or anything. Rory was firing up a damn. I saw him ripping up the leaderboard yesterday. Shot low round of the day, I think. Rory by 2. All right. Fuck, he's gonna blow it somehow. I feel bad for him sometimes. Tie a string to the tooth, make a loop, and put it on your table saw. Yeah. The guy that's winning. The guy that has shot the least number of times is the guy that's winning. LJ Woodworks. Is that Todd? I keep forgetting. You guys change your damn names around and there's Clog Steve Shonigan. No. Wait. See? I'm getting confused again. Why Travel is Sean. Steve Cohog something and used to be something else. Disregard. You got a Rikon table saw. No, I don't. Rikon make table saws? I'm not even sure that I knew that Rikon made a table saw. Metallica. That's a name I haven't seen for a bit. I still own my old number 8. Yep, it's right up at the top. Boom. Back in it. New fridge time. Like right now, as the show is happening, you're getting a new fridge. Disregard Rikon and insert your table saw brand instead. You could make a joke and be like, insert table saw brand. Left house, walk to the other end in-house, went upstairs, downstairs, couldn't find phone. Earbuds stayed connected perfectly. Cool. That's a really good story. Mike's 5.5 is currently on your bench. That's right. Being epoxied back together. 10205 10-inch contractor saw. The Rikon 10205. Looks like a Delta. Probably made in the same place. Probably made by the same people on the same factory line. Painted a different color. I get lost and lose things often. Loose things? You get lost and loose things often? I have a spreadsheet for many boxes. I have a couple of spreadsheets with many boxes. I don't use a lot of spreadsheets, though. Be honest, the chrome or nickel coating on your lever cap has me debating about polishing it. And see, this is a problem. Because if you polish the lever cap, then the rest of it, there may be changes that need to happen to the refurbishment of the rest of it if you make part of it all shiny, right? Because that would look stupid. If part of it was all shiny and polished, just the lever cap, that's a problem. Lost and Loose was the name of my band in the 80s. We all know you didn't have a band in the 80s. Maybe you did. Did you play harmonica? The triangle? This is the international symbol for triangle, by the way. I heard a lot of the tools are made in the same factory using different grades of material. Yeah, like different grades of material or different, sometimes just different motor or different, like a couple of different things, but the same most. Yeah, exactly. Let me see your number 4. Why? I don't have a 4. Well, I do, but it's in the like going to the garage sale box at my parents' place. Four and a half. Okay. It's in not that much better shape than the one that you have. What do you need to see about it? Don't try to make it match this one, because this one's coming to you next, probably. I think I see what you're talking about, though. There's areas that are sort of like you either want to get rid of it or, yeah, I think I see what you're talking about. Wanted to compare lever caps. Well, we don't need things matchy-matchy. They're not the same series and things anyways. Just you make it, you do what you want to do to it, and then when it comes back, we'll do a video about what you did to it, and you can tell me why that's what you did to it, and the types of decisions that you make when you're deciding about restoring a tool and how far you want to go and stuff like that. Lowe's had a sell about 2 years ago, getting rid of the Delta saws, $3.59 each. No limit. Bought 5 of them to resell. All's just buying blowout table saws and reselling them for profit. I like that. Make one spot shiny. You do what you're gonna do. Don't want to take the restore too far. That's a decision only you can make. I trust you with my $25 hand plane. I get it, by the time it comes back to me, it's going to be a relatively expensive hand plane, I guess, eh? The 25 that I paid for it at the garage sale or on Marketplace or whatever, and then the 40 something that it costs to get to you, and then the 40 something that it costs to get back, and then a bunch of your time, it has value. So Probably gonna glitter. Yeah, just cover it in fish poison. Oh! I have a Mike's never had this food before. You guys ready? I need to make a new sign. Mike's never had Mike's never had this food before. Okay. So on today's episode of Mike's Never Had This Food Before, following up from last week with the dollar store. You guys remember the dollar store chocolate filled waffle cup things? We're giving it another go. Another dollar store chocolatey cakey thing. The Amador Farcitino. Amador Farcitino. Mini bar cakes from the dollar store. Italian mini chocolate bar cakes from Amador. Get 10 of them in here for, I don't remember how much. It was a dollar store though, so it probably wasn't more than like $3. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Individually wrapped and cardboarded. Little chocolate bar cakes. Don't do them, they're awful. Well, no spoilers. God, give it a spoiler alert. All right. Well, it like does look like the packaging, which is sometimes not the case. All right. Let's go. Farcitino. Look how dry it looks. You look how dry your face looks. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's pretty. It absolutely could use a side of milk. Better than the waffle things so far. Very dry though, you're right. Like it kind of like sucks the moisture out of your mouth. And even the chocolate filled waffle things weren't bad going in. But then the after was the problem. So let's give this a minute and see if it tastes like I'm dying. It's not doing it yet. Like there's like a little bit of like pastiness right at the crook of my throat. But I think that's just a reaction to the like lack of moisture in the product. This is a significant improvement over the waffle thing. Let's just do a little double check. It's not so bad that I'm not going to try another one. Very dry. For a cake, very dry for a cake. But a significant improvement over the waffle thing. It's a different company, though. I don't remember the terrible garbage company that made the waffle cake. It was, how did I think I said it was like, if you tried to make a Twinkie into the Twinkie foam part into a waffle, and then use chocolate instead of vanilla as the filling and filled the cups, and you got Timu to make it. This is better than that. It's not awesome. But should you expect awesome? I got it at the dollar store. It's not awesome. It's meh. It's better than meh. It's borderline would buy again. It's like right at the edge of would buy again for the price. Like pretty good value. Like let's say it was $3 for 10 of them. With like 30 cents for one of those. Yeah, that's a decent value. These ones will get eaten at least. That's not terrible. I'm gonna go with, I'd say 5.7. Better the value proposition of how much meh you get for $3 pushes it over by a little bit. So 5.7 I think is pretty accurate. I want to say if you only got 5 of them, it would be meh. But you get twice as many as that. So nutritional value. Let's check it out. Per one piece. So it's not terrible for you. Wow. Probably because there's not any food in it. 5% of your daily saturated fat. Wait. 5% of your daily fat intake in one of these. So I just had 10% of my 10 grams of sugar, 2 grams of protein. I just ate 4 grams of protein. 2% of your daily sodium, 1% of your potassium. It's not terrible for you. It's not obviously good for you, but it's ingredients. Sugars. The first ingredient is sugars. And then in parentheses, sugar, glucose, fructose, syrup. Then flour, eggs, skim milk, vegetable fat, reduced cocoa powder, vegetable oils, mono and diglycerides of fatty acids. That sounds like something the waffle thing had in it too. Powdered skim milk, hazelnut paste of hazelnuts. Ammonium hydrogen carbonate? What the shit is ammonium hydrogen carbonate? I don't like the sound of that very much. And then sodium hydrogen carbonate. For some reason, sodium hydrogen carbonate doesn't sound as bad to me as ammonium hydrogen carbonate. Disodium diphosphate. Salt. Okay, it's like, I think it's closer to food than last week's was. 5.7, better than meh, borderline would buy again. The Farcitino mini cake from Amador. Can't say go get some and but if you bought them, that's what you're in for. Not a terrible experience. And I mean, really, when you're getting dessert cakes at the dollar store, I think what you should be hoping for is not terrible. Not terrible is what you should be hoping for. And that's what you get. So, that's been this episode of Mike's never had this food before. All right. What did I miss? Ammonium hydrogen carbonate. Yes, I knew. When Marv shows up, I got a researcher. White crystalline solid with a faint ammonia odor. It's a salt formed by the reaction of ammonium ions and bicarbonate ions. Okay. It's a salt, kind of. What did it, Mike? You have fast food or gas station snack that you get once every week or two. Like I go to Culver's and Chipotle at least once every 2 weeks. Burger King too sometimes. I guess does Domino's count? Because Domino's we basically get like every Sunday. It's movie night. It's family movie night, and we get Domino's pretty much every Sunday. Other than that, I don't do a lot of fast food anymore because it used to be cost effective to just grab a burger or whatever, and it's not anymore. The value proposition of fast food just isn't there. Once in a while, like if I'm at Walmart, there's a McDonald's in the Walmart, and if I'm at Walmart and I'm really hungry, I might go get a cheeseburger. But I also might not. Ammonium hydroxide carbonate serves as a reagent and is used in the manufacture of ceramics and pigments. Hey, all right. As well as compost treatment to accelerate decomposition. Well, we can all use a little bit of accelerated decomposition, can't we? Need to copyright that jingle? Nobody's going to want it. You only have to copyright stuff if you think that anybody else is going to want it. I really backed off McDonald's after the Supersize Me guy died. I don't think I knew he died, but I do think that he had some other significant problems. I don't think the McDonald's was really his main thing. I mean, McDonald's, like I said, to me, maybe once a month. And it's like a burger, fries. It's a double cheeseburger. No pickles, no onions. Because I don't want my burger crunchy. I don't want anything crunchy in my burger. No pickles, no onions, double cheeseburger. Maybe a small fry, because McDonald's fries, like, let's be honest, McDonald's has some damn good French fries. And like a small Coke to wash it down. I'll get like the double cheeseburger combo. Spurlock died from complications of cancer at the age of 53. But like I said, I don't think you can fully attribute that to McDonald's. Like, let's not. Yes, we all recognize that McDonald's is not good for you. But to say, like, Buddy ate a lot of McDonald's, he got cancer and died, I mean, you can't draw a causational relationship there. Egg McMuffin, yeah, okay. Egg McMuffin's good. But I make a better Egg McMuffin than McDonald's does. And in about the same amount of time for significantly less money. Like, what's an Egg McMuffin at McDonald's worth now? Like $8? It feels like every time I order something at a fast food place, I'm like, what? Really? That's, okay, I guess, since I ordered it. And then I don't do that again for a long time. Last time I went to A&W was probably 3 months ago now. I went to A&W and I got the drive-through and I got a burger and fries and a pop. And I think it was like $16 or something. I was like, okay. And I haven't been back to A&W. I think they're just over $4 for an Egg McMuffin, for American dollars. So it's like, what, $5.50 or something Canadian? No, I make a dozen Egg McMuffins for that, just about. Can I? For $5.50? Maybe not quite. Definitely, I could make 6. A half a dozen eggs, a half a dozen English muffins, half a dozen slices of cheese, and a half a dozen pieces of back bacon. I think so. I think I could make 6 English muffins, just about. Maybe not quite. 4 for sure. What's cheaper, McDonald's or Festool? I think you can get a piece of Festool sandpaper for less than an Egg McMuffin. Maybe. Festool. This Pinnell guy. This is like a Lee Valley's doing a Merca giveaway. And it's one of those stupid, like, tag a friend for an entry, for a bonus entry or whatever. So I tagged Chris Pinnell and he goes and checks his tag and he starts pumping up Festool over there on the Merca giveaway. He's like, I don't need a downgrade from my Festool sander. On the Merca giveaway. I laughed. I love meeting guys who own Festool but also do not keep the sustainers. Yeah, I mean, it's just a fancy plastic box. It takes up a bunch of room. Grizzly is doing a 15-inch planer giveaway, and I added you to get a free one if I win. Well, you're probably going to win. I might as well not enter. I mean, there's no point in me entering something that you're entered in. Because we both know which of us is going to win if one of us is going to win. And if it's a lot of those giveaways too are either like US only or Canada only. Add me so I can pump up Powermatic. Yeah, if you tag Pinnell, he's gonna promote another brand on their post. So I don't have. If you they're giving away 2. So when you win, I also get a Grizzly Planer. Cosman also entered the Grizzly Planer giveaway. He called it a paperweight, so not sure I'll get picked. Sustainers are just fancy plastic box, said by someone who doesn't have a fancy plastic box. I have many leather-bound books. And my office smells of rich mahogany. You're right. I do not own a fancy plastic Festool box. You're way better than me. Do you feel better now? Is that what you wanted? With your shelves full of legal textbooks or whatever that you were trying to hawk off on me. Oh no, that was the university, I think, was giving those away. You weren't giving those away. I find no evidence. Spurlock Marv's fact checking. Matt, are you gonna let him talk to you like that? The only Festool I have is the 5-inch random orbit sander. $125. If I saw a 5-inch Festool sander for $125, I would absolutely own a Festool sander. There is not a question. Zero question about whether or not I would do that. Unless you count my 2 saw stops, since technically Festool owns one of them now. Owns them now. Well, no, TTS owns. Festool doesn't own SawStop. TTS owns both Festool and SawStop, I think. Marv, we need a fact check. I walk away for a second. Mike finally bends the knee to Pinnell. Oh, you settle down. There is no knee bending. I admitted that he was correct in his purchase. He made the right decision to purchase a sander for $125. I'll tell you what, though, if I bought a Festool random orbit sander for $125, I wouldn't go around posting about it on other companies' pages. $125 sander came with the special edition blue sustainer. Whoa, a fancy blue plastic box. The video's buffering for you. It may be you, it may be me. I do hear some video gaming happening in my house. There's definitely some video game action happening. I hear him on the talking with they're playing the game. Believe your knees don't bend. We all suffer from age. No, my knees bend okay. They're all right. Paul's knees bend really well because his are all made. He's like half robot. Got the sustainer for Makita track saw. Makita has sustainers too. TSO products. One Festool sustainer for the sander on top of the extractor. You guys in your plastic boxes. The fridge fits. I would hope that you got a fridge that fit. Having said that, we got a fridge that fit, but I had to take the cabinet doors off the. There's like the little skinny cupboards that are over the fridge compartment, and in order to open the door, it would catch on just the bottom lip of the door of that cabinet. So now it's just a cubby. It doesn't have doors on it anymore. So did it fit? I mean, technically, yes. This one doesn't smell like rotten dead fish. This is a plus for a fridge. Also, it would be bad if you bought a new fridge and it smelled like rotten dead fish. Everyone except Mike has sustainers. Not true. Marv doesn't have any sustainers. So there. Mikey B. If Mikey B shows up, he doesn't have any sustainers either, I don't think. Sean McGill, you got any sustainers? Tim doesn't have any sustainers, I'm pretty sure. Should find someone with a wood shop to fix the doors for you. They're just crappy, like melamine kitchen cabinet doors. I'd rather just not have them on that cupboard than like chop them down. It's fine now. It's just like an open cubby up there instead of a kit. What's a sustainer? See? I don't have any Festool products. Too rich for you? Yeah, what? But they come with a fancy plastic box. And also, I'll be honest. If they wanted to sell me a sander for $125, I'd buy it. Not right now, because I don't have $125. Wait, yeah, I do. I could find $125 to buy a sander right now. Jonathan James has a milk crate. I don't know if I do have a milk crate anymore. Most of my life, I had at least one milk crate kicking around. I took all my cabinet doors off in an apartment once. Kitchen was so small, I hated opening and closing them. I had a kitchen in an apartment that was like that too, where it's like if you opened the door, you had to like go like this because you were already against the other side of the kitchen and you had to like move out of the way of the door. Yep. They did sell sanders for $125, but it was back in so a decade ago. Good. Saw a post about the glass blowing studio. Yeah, sucks. Local guy that that our glass blowing classes go through. We book them, but he hosts them at his shop. He's our glass artist that we work with. And overnight, his shop burned right to the ground. Oh, like those stackable boxes. Yeah, apparently all the companies have sustainers. I don't just call it the box, but whatever. That blows. Oh, whew. Ouch. I want to laugh, I do. But you wouldn't want that joke made about you. Yeah. So hopefully everything works out. I mean, I'm just glad that nobody was hurt, and things can be replaced. I'd love to find a glass blowing studio near me. Been about 12 years since I've done it, though. We know a couple of glass blowers up here, but one of them just had a shop burned down overnight. So Mikey B's here. Hey, Mike, you got any sustainers? We're having a fight over everybody has sustainers. And I said, no. Second chance recovery. Thanks, man. I am proud of me also. What do you get when you combine? Oh, I just know that this is going to be a terrible joke. What do you get when you combine glass blowing and comedy? A pain in the glass. See? What do you get? That's all I needed to read, and it was from Paul Waldrop. That's all I needed to know that it was. It's a fancy plastic box, Mike. It's a fancy plastic box that the tool comes in. And then you're supposed to store the tool back in there, and it's a fancy plastic box that has the branding on it and stuff. Apparently, like Milwaukee has them, and like when you buy one of their expensive tools and it comes in a fancy plastic box that you're supposed to put it back into, and it just takes up room in your shop and gets in the way. Vlick! My boy Vinny from Pittsburgh, which is in Pittsdelphia. Had a girlfriend who was a glass blower. She used to work in a glass shop in New Jersey before she got a job at GE doing scientific glass blowing. What do you do for a living? I do scientific glass blowing. The only thing I keep in that kind of box is socket sets. Well, yeah. Things that you need all the parts to stay with. Okay. But like a sander that comes in a fancy plastic box. Like the box thing that your big fancy red T-square came in. No, that was just a piece of MDF that was like CNC'd into the shape of the thing. That wasn't a box. It's like you just look up Festool sander. Festool is like every Festool tool comes with a sustainer. That it's just a plastic box. My nephew's bro-in-law had a master's degree in glass blowing. I guess you can get a master's degree in anything. That's cool. Is it as fancy as Apple's plastic covered cardboard packaging? It's fancier than that. Red square. I have a woodpecker. I have one woodpecker T-square that was owned by Mark Spagnolo. A TS-24. The guy with woodpecker squares throwing shade at festival. I paid $0 for that. Not true. Well, okay. Technically, it was free. I paid the shipping for that tool from Arizona. Do you use the woodpecker square, or are you afraid you might drop it? I have used it. I don't. It's pretty infrequent that I need a 24-inch square. I think I used it on the guitar to draw out when I was making my full scale MDF drawing. I used it a little bit there. I haven't used it a lot. How much did it cost me? I don't remember, but it wasn't. It was probably about the same as like an Empire 24-inch carpenter square. Maybe 50, 60 bucks, 60 bucks maybe. Where's Arizona? It's in New Era, Utah. That region there between Texas and California. What did I call that one? New Merizuta. Or maybe it was actually, he might have been in Colorado when I won that. It may have come from Colorado, which doesn't have a region. New Arizona, Texas, New Arizona, California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, and then Colorado is down in, I guess Colorado is its own thing. It's in California. Arizona is, no, it's in Arizona. New Arizona. New Merizuta. That's what it is. Most woodpecker guys seem real timid when they use their tools. They cost so much that they don't want to risk damaging it. I don't. It's nice. I want to keep it nice. I want to keep it square. I do like that it has a lot of pencil holes. You know what I mean? It has a lot of pencil holes. So there are a lot, very, you put your pencil in there and then you can at very 16th. Yeah, 16th inch increments of your marking holes along the length of it. That's a pretty high quality square. Colorado's pretty special. Colorado seems like a pretty cool place. Arizona is the only state that it can be 100 degrees and drive north 45 minutes and there's snow on the ground. Yeah, probably. Starrett calipers are sharp, so you can drag the tips. Similarly, blue spruce chisels open paint cans like a hot dam. Yeah, I bet they do. Blue spruce chisels are pretty. I've heard they have some quality control issues down there, though. Temu has a red anodized aluminum T-square. Oh, well, of course it does. Bunch of pencil holes in it for 25 bucks. It looks like the woodpecker. There's a reason for that. Thanks for being you. You're welcome. I don't know anybody else that I could be. Thanks for stopping by. Temu calls their woodpecker a tufted tit. Nice. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have myself a smokerette. I got right over there. Right over there. I have a box that I cannot show you anybody because it's a secret. There's a box over there that I'm not showing you. Blue Spruce has such a good name. Chisel's Facebook group worship them. Consistently, people say they are their favorite. I've heard tell that they, at least at some points, they have had some quality control issues. No, there's no glitter in the box. There is nothing in the box. It's just a box. It's nice. It's a pretty nice box. Let's just say that. How much are Canadian smokes in US dollars? Oh man, mathing and stuff. About 20 bucks a pack for 25. If you buy them by 2 packs, they're about 20 bucks each. So in American dollars, that's what, 15 bucks for 20 smokes. 15. They're like they're $1 Canadian each, give or take. Can't think of anyone that hasn't had some issues with quality control once in a while. Yeah, but when you're supposed to be like a handcrafted artisan boutique small batch tool manufacturer, and your steel rolls over like you're using a stick of butter, that's bad. Is it a Temu sustainer? No, it's not. It's a nice fancy box that I'm making for somebody who's here. It's a handcrafted artisanal boutique wooden box that I am making. We're complaining about a $10 pack. Yeah. Small batch match. But then isn't that like their claim is that they're like they're one step up from having like a dude with a forge and an anvil. mean, I think they're like they've outgrown their like small batch handmade artisanal branding, but I feel like that's like their selling point, is that they're like the little guy who makes high quality. I would be highly suspect of the quality control on that specific box. This box over here, the quality control is definitely not up to par. It's definitely small batch though. It's like a one-off. Whoa. They caught somebody. But it wasn't me. Trying to think. I don't even know the last time I did anything illegal. Oh, yes, I do. I know the last time I did something illegal. But it was an accident. I think when you use the phrase batch, you can't make just... Yeah, it's not really small batch if it's one-off. It's artisanal. It's boutique. It's custom even. It is custom. It's a custom-made one-off box for a specific purpose, for a specific person. Who still hasn't fixed that corner cupboard of her kitchen. I think. I roll my own, rolling. Hey, right on. $1.50 a pack. There you go. It's bespoke. It is bespoke, artisanal, handmade boutique. All the buzzwords. You don't know that. I know I don't technically know that, but I feel like you would have said. You're right. I see. I feel like that would have been like the first thing you would have said when you came up in the show. You would have been like, "Hey, everybody, I did my corner cupboard." It can't be antique. No, I said boutique. It's a boutique, handcrafted, artisanal, bespoke wooden box. And the reason it's not in the mail yet is because I'm having trouble deciding on hardware. I don't know what I'm going to do yet in terms of hinges and latches and things. But also I had to put it on pause to make some arts. Because we have an exhibition coming up, a teacher's exhibition coming up at the Crow's Nest that I'm in, so I need some new things. And I'm also teaching a new class this summer. I'm creating a new course that involves a thing that I needed to make some samples of. So that it got shimmied in front of the end of your box, got shimmied behind the more urgent thing. Sorry to tell you that your thing became less urgent. But it's your own fault because You said, oh, just whenever. And that's a bad thing to tell somebody who's like me. That's cool. You should show us what you put in the exhibition. It's a bunch of the wooden mountains, the wooden mountain abstract art things that I do sometimes. That I did one. I think I did a video on it when I was auctioning one off for kids charity, and so I did one. But now I'm doing a batch. I'm doing a batch of them. I got. Yep. So it'd be like that. Except I got a bunch of some cedar mountains across the front, like that, and then it's a cedar frame with cedar mountains across the bottom. And I'm doing like a few different colors and styles and stuff of that. Coca-Cola. Did you know that the Coca-Cola Corporation is legally allowed to import over 20 tons of cocoa leaves every year? Can't say I did, but doesn't surprise me. They do make a delicious drink down there in North Carolina. Atlanta, Georgia, North Carolina. That's where that is manufactured. That's where the big golf tournament's being played this week too, is in Georgia, North Carolina. Georgia, I know it. Georgia, North Carolina. Was Pittsburgh, Maine, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. Still think you would like the Mexican Coke. I had a Mike, what was it? Mikey B. The Coke, the cola that I did not like. It was one of those artisanal colas that was like a cane sugar thing. And I didn't even finish it. I was like, no. It was it's the name of the company. They make a good orange one. They make a good orange pop, and the lime one is okay. Doritos. Doritos? The Mexican Coke is made with real sugar. Regular Coke is made with corn syrup. All right, well, whatever. I had a cola that was... I was expecting it to be good because it was like artisanal. It's artisanal. Dorito cola. Not good. Don't forget about Big Dakota. Right, across the top, it goes Washington, Idaho, Montana, Dakota, Minnetonka, fucking Michigan for some reason. Coke in a glass bottle always tasted better. Agreed. If If dollar store non-food gets a 5.7, I don't think real sugar would fare well. Real sugar has its place. There's real sugar in the Farcitino. There's real sugar in there. There's also some dihydrogen ammonium phosphate or whatever it is. The up Michigan should be Wisconsin. It's in Minnetonka. In Minnetonka includes that area of Michigan that is like shouldn't be Michigan. Like what? Michigan shouldn't even exist. I'm just kidding. Michigan can exist. It's its own little thing in there between the lakes. But they shouldn't have that other chunk. Ooh, more sirens. Okay, I checked. I can ship Mexican Coca-Cola to Canada. Okay, you put it in the box with all the other stuff. The pipe bender, side bender thing for the acoustic guitars. They've got the shoulder plane. We got the Telecaster templates. We got some Mexican Coca-Cola. What else is going in there? I've lost track. I'm excited for that box. It's my birthday in a couple of months. Shouldn't exist. Just kidding. They just shouldn't get that extra part. Why do they get that extra part? Like, give that to Minnetonka. It's fine. And the hot chip, the Mike's gonna die when he eats the chip. Upper Peninsula of Michigan and border between Wisconsin has a weed store that says we sell more to Wisconsin residents. Minnesota has a part you have to go through Canada to get to? Really? I think like Washington has a part like that too, don't they? Doesn't Washington state have a part that you have to go through Canada to get to? It's like up on a little peninsula part or something. Am I missing the joke, or is this box of good stuff actually going to show up one day? A box of stuff. I mean, Paul has sent numerous boxes of stuff to me. Yeah, there is going to be a box of stuff from Paul arriving at some point. Northwest Angle is a small town in Minnesota that is geographically located inside Canada. Okay. Weird. I thought there was a part of Washington State that was like you had to cross into Canada to get to it or something, or it was like there was something weird about this little sort of peninsula town in Washington that had some kind of border issue where you like, in order to get to it, you had to go to Canada first and you had to cross two borders or some shit. I don't remember exactly. Oh, I get it. I thought this was some sort of transaction that was just being delayed with extra things all the time. I think that might be how it started. It was like, I'm going to send you this box of stuff. And then it kept getting like, and I should put this in it. And then it was like, he wanted to make me a router plane, but then he got into making the router plane and then it snapped or something. Point Roberts, that's the one. Point Roberts, Washington is a town completely surrounded by Canada. That's right. Yes. See, I knew there was a one of those. I'm so smart. I kind of want to eat another one of these cake things. I saw a post in Can I Have It saying you should make sure to mark your package as being owned by the person you're sending it back to. You're going to pay about 40%. Yeah, just call it a gift or something. I don't know. I mark everything as gift. When I send Gretchen her box to Pittsburgh, it's going to be a gift. And I think I'm going to put like a handwritten note that's like, happy birthday, Auntie Gretchen or something in it, so that if they open it to look at it, they are going to be like, oh yes, it's clearly a gift. Y'all are on Can I Have It? I'm on it. I have bought two things from there a few years ago now, but now it's so crowded with people who like have way more money than me that I can't buy anything there. The population of Can I Have It has reached a point where I cannot afford any of the things that I want. Because I'll be like, ooh, I'll keep my eye on that. And then when I go back to look at it, it's like, oh, it's like 470 American dollars now. Okay, well, I guess, I guess I can't have it. He listed the value of his package as the cost of sharpening, and they charged him 40% of that cost. Wow. CIHI should be called Can I Remortgage My House for It? Right? Like, every time something comes up, I'm like, ooh, that's nice. Nope. I cannot have that. Sold a few things there. I was making small bronze plane adjustment hammers. Hey, cool. Can I have one? Can I have it? Kid Duck, how are you doing, my friend? I put an RC up for sale today. Oh, Mikey B. Hey, Mikey B. Remember Sean McGill? Who lived in Ottawa and now lives in Saanich? And he was going to have to, he sold his trucks or he lost his trucks or whatever when he moved. He found his trucks. They were in a box. Oh, bye, Marv. Have to go watch more Corner Gas. Good show. Eat a salad. No. I have seen all the Corner Gases many, many times. During weekdays, guys talk about missing out because they spent their budget. There are hundreds of guys that always spend a few hundred every weekend. I know. I'm pretty sure that a lot of these guys are just trading money and tools around. Miguel, yeah, remember we were like, oh, he lost his trucks? Or he thought that he sold them or like left them behind. They're in a box in his house. His new house that he's moving into. He finded them. And he just got a new fridge that fits the space that it was supposed to go into. Eric Habakabaka's here. Showed up an hour and 26 minutes into the show. But it's already tomorrow there, so... Bet he has a nice fridge box too. Yeah, it's got a big green festool across the side of it. It's made out of plastic. You put it on top of your dust extractor. Can you imagine what would a festool refrigerator cost? Whew. I did measure the fridge, but I'm always worried that I made a mistake, as I did. But I did. Oh, I got it backwards. It wasn't that the fridge door, or it wasn't that the cupboards couldn't open. It was that it wasn't that the fridge door couldn't open. It was that the cupboards couldn't open because the fridge doors are taller than the fridge. And so we measured the fridge, like the body of the fridge, but the door sticks up like this much higher than the actual body of the fridge, and it kept the doors of the cupboards from being open. That was the problem. We were like, okay, the fridge fits in that spot, let's get it. Didn't measure the door, measured the fridge. Sounds like he didn't hang the doors on the fridge right. No, the doors came on the fridge. They're like, I think maybe they do like a bonnet kind of uppy in the. I don't remember. Maybe, or no, they go like this a little bit. But the box of the fridge is square. I don't remember. Shut up. You ever think about dreadlocks in the beard once it gets longer? Nope. It would, if I was going to dreadlock my beard or braid it or whatever, it would have to be like nut height. Because then when I braided it, it would be back to like respectable. When you braid or do stuff to your beard, it shrinks up good. Oh, it's the outside hinges. I don't remember, you guys. I just remember I was like, we put it in, and then the next time I went to go open the cupboard, it like hit either the top of the back of the door or those stupid little hinges that are on the outside. They didn't open. Okay? So I took the doors off the cupboard. At least I did it, and I didn't just like Gretchen just have a cupboard that didn't work. I cleaned behind the fridge, and when I pushed it, you cleaned behind the fridge? What? Why? Is that a thing people do? The cupboard door hit the hinge thing, had to pull it out a quarter inch. I have my garage prepared for wood turning tomorrow. Hey! Ready to pull out of there to work on spindles. I teach bowl turning class tomorrow. Gonna bring some bowl blanks down to the shop, pull the lathes out, teach bowl turning tomorrow. I got a new thing. I did the unboxing part of the review video, like right before I went live. I got a new face shield. I went to go buy another Uvex face shield. And this guy was significantly cheaper. So I bought one of these instead. It's the Jackson Jackson Safety Max View Premium Face Shield. So I'm going to try this one out for a bit. Brand spanking new, just came out of the box like an hour and, well, we're an hour and a half in. So it came out of the box like an hour and 47 minutes ago. What is happening? I have no idea. Chris Pinnell says, I have no idea. You could hinge them from the top and then they would be present and usable. Hinge what from the top? What are you guys talking about? The Avery guy from Rust Valley Restorers was at Adam's Tarpon Tool today. Okay. Gretchen test. Gretchen test? Pinnell's retracting things? I don't know what's happening. If it's your name, it looks like a link, but other people's names don't. Or are you guys trying to like tag each other? You'd be amazed and perplexed as to what OCD people clean on social media, such as toilet bowl tank, washer, detergent dispenser, and behind their fridge. Adam's Tarpon Tool. Yep, I've never seen an ad for them, so I don't know if their ads are weird, but I believe you. My name has a capital G. Mine does too. Wait, no, my name does not have a capital G. But they aren't real tags. Well, that was a mean thing to say. Maybe they think they are. And now you have just hurt their feelings. I'm not really sure why people are trying to tag each other. There's not enough of us here that you're going to have trouble getting someone's attention. And maybe only Pinnell can do it because he's got a wrench. I don't know. Truth about the fridge clean. Oh, she's coming clean about the fridge clean. I had to move it to refinish the cabinets, and it was too gross to walk on, so I cleaned it. Yeah, well, see, that was your problem. You didn't know. Like, if you wouldn't have known how messy or how dirty it was, you wouldn't have cleaned it, right? It's like if you don't move the fridge out to see what's back there, you never have to clean it. Tag, you're it. Do you have all chat on? Yes, I do. See, wooden things and stuff came up highlighted for me. So Pinnell can do it to me. I guess I wouldn't know if it came up highlighted for somebody else because it only highlights for them. I don't know why this matters. I really don't. There's like 6 of us having conversations here. We should not. I think Gretchen is going to see her name even if it's not orange. Because you're missing a lot? I don't think I am. Some of it I just don't care about, so I skip over it. Maybe. Maybe I am. No, I did. I did it like 4 minutes in. Yeah, I did a live chat. But I think doesn't it only show up to you when you get tagged? Like, it just looks like at Gretchen to everybody else, but to her it shows up orange or whatever. Because like when you did it to me, I was like, oh, it's orange. You know what else shows up highlighted to me? When you send me money. If people do the super chat thing, it comes up highlighted. Or does it? I don't remember. No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Everybody's chasing squirrels. I don't know what you guys are doing. I've seen thousands of too clean. Do you even do anything with these tools? But the best reply is yes. I also own a wash rag and Dawn soap. I mean, clean tools don't necessarily mean you don't use them. You're right. Could just be like, I use them so often that I have to keep them clean. In fact, I would say dusty tools are more of a sign that you don't use it. When I pick up a tool and I have to like blow off the dust, it means I haven't used it for a while. Like when I picked up my 4.5 back at the beginning of the show, because Tim wanted to look at it. I had to blow the dust off of it. I'd send you $5, but I'm poor. Well, just send me my plane back. Eventually. That'll cover it. Seeing way too many videos of people turning and using rags to do things on your lathe. Yeah. I tell in my classes, I make a point of telling people, like, the reason we're using paper towel to apply our finish. Don't use cloth. Scratch free would be a bit odd. Scratch, yeah, brand new shiny tool with no dust on. I mean, those are pretty shiny, but I haven't used those yet. You're right. There are shops where you can't wipe down with a wet rag. Well, yeah, not a wet rag. You don't want to wipe your table saw, your cast iron down with a wet rag. He's waiting for Pachuto to do a lathe save. Yeah, it's true. I can't do videos on things until somebody else does, and then I can copy them. It's funny. I did the book video, and then like 2 days later, I saw that Pachuto did a book video, and I was like, "Did I get copied by David Pachuto?" And then I noticed that his was like 2 days before mine, and completely different. But I was like, "Oh, I was like, I hit the big time. Like Pachuto copied me." Nope. Shoot, that way he can get pointers. I think Stumpy Nubs. Yeah, Stumpy Nubs probably has a lathe. No, I mean I don't think Stumpy Nubs could have a lathe safety video because he would have to turn on a tool to do it. Did you get the click on the lathe fixed? No, I haven't addressed the click on the lathe yet. I've been having to make other things, non-lathe related things. And I have access to other lathes that don't click. So the lathes down at the shop are not clicking. I can use those ones. That's a good question, though. People who know about bearing problems on lathes, like how bad is it to use a lathe when the bearing is doing that? Like, is it going to explode if I keep using it? Or can I just keep using it and it's just going to continue to wear out the bearings more? Because once the bearings are... It's no worse than driving without any oil for a good year and a half. There wasn't no oil, okay? Shut up. It will make your pens wobbly. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll fix it. So I get an off-center, like an off-center bowl. That could be cool. The inside doesn't match the outside, like one side is this thick and the other side is this thick of a bowl. That's probably not great. Smokerette. Washing machine sounds a little clicky. You see the washing machine doing it all? I need new appliances. Can't afford new appliances. We are definitely due for a new washer dryer though at some point. They came with the house, and the house was a rental. And we've been here. When did we buy? 2017. Who knows how long they were running in the rental before we bought. Had to do the hot water tank replacement. What was that? 4 months ago, I think. That wasn't awesome. It was a random expense that I could have done without. No, I guess it was a little longer ago than that. It was beauty timing too. We had like house guests coming, and the hot water tank went. And it was like, oh, now we have people coming to visit. They're not going to be able to like have showers and stuff. Oh, you guys got stuck. Hold on. I got to do some things. We got to come back. Okay, yeah, I got stuck on Tim saying you'll get a wobble. Order a belt and a bearing. Either way, you'll need both eventually. Are you okay with it clicking for distraction or just peace and quiet, relaxing time? More for video production, really. It's just kind of annoying on the video to have it going. If a bearing is bad, it might hurt the shaft. You don't want to hurt the shaft. Bearings are cheap. Rebuilding the lathe motor bearing would make for interesting content. Yeah, well, I would absolutely record it if I had to replace it. Don't think Mike knows what the bushings are for anyway, Paul. I know what they're for. I just don't care. Coldest winter in 4 years, and I had to replace the furnace and the AC unit in order to get the package deal. Oh yeah. Well, when the heater goes, we're absolutely going to like heat pump so that we have AC. He'll probably replace the bearings right after he finishes his shop stool. Possibly. Yeah, but that sounds like about the right timeline. Which lathe is having problems? The Nova Comet 2. The Nova Comet 2 has developed a click, 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 click. During the cherry bowl, I changed the belt. So I thought that I just like maybe the belt wasn't quite tight enough or something, because I changed the belt to slow it down to do sanding, and then it started going click 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 click. The new one? Well, I mean, it's not new. It's new to me. My newest one, yes. Let's hear the noise. Okay, wait, I'll finish my smokerette and we'll go over and listen to it again. Have you greased the bearings? Come on. I'm not washing behind my fridge. I'm not greasing bearings. Voyager Comet 14DR Comet 2 spindle ball bearing, 6, etc., etc. $11 each. I toss a couple in the box. Paul will send me a couple. He sent me the little switch for my Laguna, one of the last boxes that came. If you play the guitar in the garage, can you slow the lathe down to use it as a metronome? I guess I could. It would be a very quick metronome. I don't think that lathe doesn't spin nearly as slowly as at its slowest as the Laguna does. The Laguna I could use as a metronome. I think that like it can go pretty slow. I don't think this one can go that slow. Just buy another lathe. It's a valid point. I'll just get Paul to send me one of the ones that he wins from whoever. Next time Paul wins a lathe, I'll just pay him for that one. This is like... just pay the shipping on that. He'll send me another... get another 1216 from the Turner's Club or whatever, and I'll just pay the shipping on it. All right, come on over. If I win another lathe, I'll do that. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I wasn't kidding. All right, come on over. Here's the headstock of the lathe. Click, 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 click. And that's in like low gear, slow. So it's a little quick for a metronome, but it's not a happy sound. I know. And like I said, I changed the belt. I changed gears to slow it down to do sanding, and it started doing that. So I figured it was just something to do with the belt not riding nice or whatever. But now it's just doing it. So can you loosen the belt so it does not grab it? See if it does anything. I think we did that on the show where I talked about it last time. 2 shows ago, maybe. I took the belt right off and it still did clicky, clicky, click. It's a used lathe that I got from Buddy for a good price. Yeah, I was turning it by hand, and it on every rotation at the same point it went tick. There was like a click. I need to stop looking at lathes. The one I want is too far out of my price range. You get a big one-way. Should get a big one-way. Dry grease. I should just replace the bearings. I bought a used lathe that who knows how long it has run for. for $11 each, and then we'd need what, 2 of them? $22 and an hour of work. We'll just do that. Big one way or a robust American Beauty? Yeah, just get the big one way. When is Mike starting his new speedcore band? You don't know that I already have it. And I don't need Mikey B for a drummer because I got one right over there. $3 in case I break one. But installing it, I guess I could smash one putting it in, couldn't I? Oh, glitch. Did a whip it. I'm gonna have another one of these little cakes. Because they're just sitting here. And they're 5.7. Pretty dry. I had forgotten. I think if I spent $12,500 on a lathe, my wife would shoot me. You just say that you always had it. Just be like, what do you mean? That's been my lathe for like 7 years. Just totally gaslighter. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, did you seriously not notice that? You never take an interest in the things that I'm interested in. Like, how could you not know that that was my lathe? Like, I pay attention to the things that you... I might have 2 bearings in my shop. In the box. I might have 2 bearings in my shop. Let me check. If they fit, I'll put them in the box. And if they fit the 1216, if they don't fit the Nova Comet, but they fit the 1216, like, I'm probably going to need to replace those eventually too. So it's always gray. It's always been gray. What do you mean blue and white? Just when you order it, spend the extra $1,000 on the custom paint job or whatever it costs and get it painted blue and white. Idiot. If you're spending $12,500 on it, spend an extra $1,000 and have it custom painted. They were bought for a Rockler Excelsior lathe. I don't have enough information to know if that's a... It's about this big. As long as it's about that big, I'll just make it go in. Don't think that $12,000 is even close to their expensive lathes. 20K package. I think you can get a $10,000 one way. That'll probably do you for quite a while. I don't know. I have a catalog in the in the house. I have a one-way catalog in the house somewhere. It's a couple years old now, though. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing about a $10,000 one in there that I was like, I need to sell a lot of bowls and pens. It's an investment that you're making in yourself. Just, you have to spend money to make money and whatnot. Just be like, Mike paid off his lathe in like 6 months selling pens. So this is a money maker. Vic Mark are very pretty too. Yes, this is true. In Australia, it's true. The Australian Vic Mark. I think Vic Mark in Australia, Robust in the US, and One Way in Canada are kind of like the top tier lathe companies. $10K on a lathe versus $10K for house funds. Putting $10,000 towards your mortgage doesn't make you money. It doesn't. It also doesn't bring you emotional joy. And that's important. Does she not want you to be happy? My lathe only spins one way. Yeah, it's because you have a Mastercraft. Ah! I get it, though. It was funny. $7:45 alarm. Wonder how much the electrical would be to put in the 240 30 amp. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's important. It's an investment in yourself and your future. And think about the kids. This is an investment in their future as well. Do you need me to write a letter? I'll write a letter. It's not going to help. But I can come up with a lot of good defenses for this purchase. Marv's back. How you doing, my friend? What'd you go do? I thought you were going to do something. What did you? I have a weird 250 20 amp plug in the garage right now. For like a hot tub? What do you got? Lather. Noun. Someone that uses a lathe. Sure. I like that. I'm a lather. I'm a little worried because you're too good at this. Justification is an important skill to be able to. To be honest, I could buy it if I really wanted it, and she would be okay with it. See? So what's the problem here? Like, I ate and watched Corner Gas. You didn't watch enough episodes of Corner Gas. It's a way better show than this, I'll be honest. Just can't justify the expense yet until I see how much this house really costs me. You hit me up. I will help you justify it. Clearly, I will help you make this justification. It's an investment in your future, in your kids' future, and your happiness. And it makes money. It just... quality tools, like a one-way lathe. Let's hypothetical this for a second. Let's say you spend $12,000 on the lathe. It's going to make dollars while you own it, and in 10 years, a new version of that lathe is going to cost $20,000, and you could probably sell yours for 15. And then you'll have had 10 years of time of being happy with it and still profited. This is just it doesn't make financial sense not to buy it. Like you're making a bad financial decision by not buying the lathe. Speaking of kid, kinda. Need to teach her how to turn pens. The older kids in her tech ed class got to make pens. See? And you can you can send her to the shop to do production work making pens. And then pay for the lathe. And happiness for your child. It's just, we're out of reasons. Like, I mean, there's no, I don't know how you haven't already bought this lathe. The most expensive lathe on the one-way website is $6,800 Canadian. That's like half as much as we thought that we were going to have to spend on this. I like how it's we now. We're buying you a lathe. We are not. I have no dollars. It's only $6,800. Probably $4,000 in freight to get it to your house, but see, Gretchen knows the kid can go make pens. Go make pens. We got to pay for this lathe. Like, how have you not bought this? We're at the $6,800. That's it. No, I want one. I can't do that. Sell some things. What could I sell? What could I sell that would make me $7,000 to get me one of those? Another few hundred pens. I mean, it pays for itself. I don't know why I'm even sell some kidneys. I feel like I'm going to need those. I feel like I already might. I honestly, I don't think mine are worth that much at this point. Half the Titan. Yeah. I don't think you can sell half a truck. Sell the Titan, buy a shit truck. You use the rest of the money on a lathe. I could sell some guitars. I don't need all those guitars. It's not going to get me anywhere close. I could probably make $1,000 by selling. I could probably sell 4 or 5 guitars. There's $1,000. I sell some of these arts that I'm making. Another $1,000. Sell this box. Gretchen's gonna pay me for this box. There's another little bit. What kind of music do you play, Mike? I play I guess you just sort of rock. Just like usually depressing ass like sort of 90s rock style tunes. This comes to putting the camera back on the auction block. It's a good point. I could sell my camera gear. Thanks, Marv. Thanks for the reminder. Shouldn't have reminded me. Yeah, so I could get another grand for some camera gear. Buy a few Christmas trees. Hey, we got people that are pitching, that are buying things. All right, I need some more custom commission work to make some money. I'll buy myself a one-way. If I can sell $6,800 plus tax worth of stuff, I'll put it towards. I'll buy myself a one-way lake. Snuggle some band-aids. Paying double for the Veritas band-aids. They're worth double. Waiting for you to notice the typo. Oh, I notice all the typos. Just sometimes I'm nice about it and I don't point them out. Marv, you want to buy a Nikon? You want to go back to Nikon. I know you do. Hell, 2 of the lenses I'd be selling, I bought from you. I think 2 of them. The 60 2.8. The macro. And I'm sure there was another one. My blood is type O. I don't know if I know my blood type. Does everybody know their blood type? Is that a thing that people know about themselves? The snuggle is pretty fun. The snuggle is real. The snuggle is real. Border Patrol asks, you got anything I should know about? Sir, I'm not a snuggler. I don't know your blood type, Mike. I don't either. That 60 millimeter is a sweet lens. Don't let it go cheap. Well, yeah, it is a good lens. What I want is a Sigma 15-600 to pair up with your 90D. I just want to convince myself to go out and use my camera some more, but it doesn't make me money. Maybe it could. I could go take photos and print them off and sell them. And just cheap postcard size. Just get them from Vistaprint or some garbage and just some cursive type Campbell River on them, and just like go down to the beach and take shitty photos and print them off and put Campbell River on them and sell them for $12 each. No, I hate that that's a thing I could do. After 4 transfusions, I guess if you needed to get work done all the time, then you would know it, I suppose. Got a whole bunch of SLR cameras and lenses I probably need to sell. Never use a film camera again. I won't either, but I have a Nikon D7000 and I have a Nikon D3200 and I have 4 or so lenses that can go on those, 4 or 5. Is there a market for 10-plus-year-old DSLRs? Sure. Yeah. It's not huge, but you can get a couple $100 for a quality camera. It depends on like how much it costs in the first place. If it was $1,000 camera body 10 years ago, you'd probably find somebody to pick it up off you for a third of that. Maybe it depends on how many clicks and how well it was taken care of. My 7,000, I don't know that I could get a ton for it. It's got a lot of shutter clicks. Wish MPB offered their used camera gear services here. MPB. I don't know. I'm off for the night. All right, bye. Go fix the cupboard. Buy some chili oil and fix the cupboard. Fix the cupboard. I made a little money with those. I have a local fair pay me for a couple tractor pull pictures. Yeah, you can sell photography. Marv's made a few dollars from photography. I've made a few dollars from photography, not from selling photos necessarily, but I've done some photography work for money. Don't ever, if anybody asks you, ever, if you're a photographer, somebody says, "Do you want to shoot my wedding?" The answer is no. Just don't. Let the wedding photographers do weddings. I've done a couple. Nope. Little family out in the woods photos and stuff like that, like headshots, that kind of stuff, that's fine. Let the wedding photographers do the weddings. Never shoot a friend or family wedding. Never shoot a wedding. Thousands of dollars. Well, I don't know. I would do it for a lot of money. And wedding photographers, rightly so, charge a premium price. You no longer be friends or family. Yeah, right? Last wedding I went to had disposable cameras on every table. Yeah, sure. The pics were epid. I bet they were epid. The epid disposable camera photos from the wedding. Ow. You guys hear that crack? I just cracked my elbow. Yeah. No, don't shoot weddings. I would like to go do some like just close up of a rock with some driftwood in behind it, or like artsy stuff. That's what nice cursive Campbell River on the bottom. Campbell River, BC. $12. Send it. Get 10 of each shot from Vistaprint. Sell them for $12 each. Buy a lathe. Yeah, that would involve going out and shooting photos. Maybe. I think I would be better off. I would make more money with my camera gear by using it than I would by selling it. Town pants pics, even some of the actual wedding. Yeah, right on. I edited wedding albums for a while, going through all the photos in Adobe Lightroom, making borders and layouts for a week. So, yeah, no thanks. Go snap some moose. I don't think we have any moose. We have elk. I'm on an island. I don't think we have any moose. Mikey B, you still here? We got any moose? I don't think we do. There are no moose. That's my fact checker. That's my fact checker right there. Can you disclose which island? Yeah, I'm on Vancouver Island. Moose are East Coast, son. No, there's moose in the interior of British Columbia for sure. We've only seen elk, deer, bears, and cougars. And raccoons. We have raccoons. We have a ton of deer. We have some wolves. We got like our own kind of wolf. We got lynx. No, they got lynx out in the interior. I don't know if we have any lynx here. The occasional plywood moose stuck by the side of the highway. Island's ecology and lack of suitable moose habitat prevent them from establishing a population. I feel like the habitat would be fine, but I think we would need to like boat in like a couple hundy. Like I don't think they're swimming over. I think that's the problem, is that they're just like one of them swam over once, and then he didn't have any other moose to make new moose with. No lynx here either. No skunks, no porcupines. Got raccoons though. I know we got raccoons. I had like a family of raccoons that used my yard as like a highway for a while, and like they would hang out on my deck sometimes. How many wolves? I don't know. We don't have a lot of wolves, I don't think, but we do have like our own kind of wolf. They made like a documentary about our wolves, I think. Like sea wolf or something like that. They like swim from island to island. They're like the only wolves in the world that actually like swim to islands and stuff. Marmots, good point. We got a pretty good supply. We got a unique kind of marmot here as well. Yeah, we do have basic dickheads as well. Yes, it's true. The documentary is on Netflix. I haven't watched it, but I have heard that it is pretty good. Good hanging out with you. Yeah, you too, man. We have dire wolves in Dallas. I have heard that. I saw something about it. I haven't looked into it. Island of the Sea Wolves. Something like that. Aren't dire wolves super rare? Weren't they like extinct? And they like made them out of the blood from a mosquito that was trapped in amber? Seawolf. Yes, it was a helicopter show and it was A-Team and MacGyver and Seawolf were like cool shows in the 80s. No, Airwolf. It wasn't Seawolf. Was it Airwolf? Well, yeah, there was a helicopter action show. It was like, was it Magnum PI and A-Team and MacGyver and Airwolf, I think, was another one of the cool ones. And Mission Impossible. And what else was a good 80s show? Chips. You guys remember Chips? The two like highway motorbike guys? It was Airwolf. Seawolf is an American submarine. Is it the one that they ran into the mountain? Dukes of Hazzard, right? Yeah. Punch, yes, Punch, and the other guy, the other Punch, and believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Chips has a remake with the original guy? Really? Was it Punch? Littlest Hobo? Yes. Oh, Michael Lansdowne. No, Michael Landon? Hold on. John and Punch. There we go. This show, man, this show is Michael Little House on the Prairie. That's what I had. A Highway to Heaven. That was Michael Landon also. He was a big like 80s TV celeb, wasn't he? It's who knows with this show, man. You guys should be watching Corner Gas. It is a better show than this. Oh, I think maybe we'll start to get it wrapped up. I gotta figure out what I'm bringing for bowl blanks for turning class tomorrow. I gotta make a new table saw sled, 45 table saw sled to cut these mountain parts for all these arts. Got to figure out the hardware situation for the box I'm making for Gretchen. I got a bunch of things I got to do. If you have to go work down in the shed, what? If you go, I have to go work down in the shed. What? Eventually, the show is going to end. Like, Paul's going to go ice the ankle. It's going to rust. Don't do it. All right, let's get her wrapped up. I think I'm gonna like this guy. Mowing is on my list. Oh, boo. Got to go do my parents again one of these days here, too. They pay me. I could put that money towards the lathe. Does that make you Action Jackson? Yeah, maybe. Jackson, yeah, Jackson Safety. The Max View Premium Face Shield. Like $25 cheaper than the one that I went to go buy, so. And it says anti-fog, but I don't trust that at all. I've never had anything that said anti-fog that actually did anti-fog. So, not buying it. All right. Let's have her done for tonight. We'll see you guys next week. Yes. Next week, yes. I think I'm good for the next few Saturdays. Just self-initiated myself into the Stay Happy, Stay Healthy, Stay Safe Club. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Yeah, you got it right. Bye for now, everybody. McGill, get that shop set up, yo. Next time I message you on Instagram, I want you to say, it's done. I've been turning. Look at what I made on my one-way lathe that I just had delivered because of how good of a value it is and how the investment that I've made in my family's future. Bye for now, everybody. All right. You're a good salesman. I should, if anybody buys a one-way lathe because of this, like, you tell them where you found it. And then maybe they send me some money and maybe I can put it towards one of their lathes. They give me a discount. It would have to be a pretty severe discount, though. I don't have any money. You're like, hey, did you guys see this episode of this show? Like, oh, did he do the pork chops again? Fuck, Pinnell. Later, everybody.